Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we finally have the review of this bad boy right here, the MachineWise SlifT-O, otherwise known as the Slopus. And yeah, I've been putting off doing this review a little bit, but now we officially have the review, which means after this video I can finally put back together my SlifT, which I've been waiting to do for a while. And so I don't wish to make this video super long, because this is, just a sub-classification of the other MachineWise bar songs, and so, I don't think that it deserves, like a 20-minute video, for example, because I don't think that many people are going to get the chance to experience something like this, especially as now the SlifT is discontinued, and the Opus is not currently in production. I think Serifs with Opus blades still are, possibly, but who even knows at this point. So realistically, let's start off with availability. This thing is going to get like a 3, because they were popular enough whilst being in production that loads of people had them, but unpopular, rare enough that they're going to be an absolute pain to get a hold of if you aren't in the States or some of the other countries where they're allowed. Obviously this started off as the trainer, which is fine. I've just stuck on my Serif blade. But otherwise, yeah. Also, sorry for the inside view, guys. I know it's been a little while since we had this thrilling inside view, but it is currently very, very much so raining outside. And, I just thought, why... messed up the cheddar. If you have any tips, actually, for how to get the transition to this ladder bit, right, that bit of the cheddar, smoother, please let me know in the comments, because I can do like the Chaplin parts are the easier bits, not on this battle song, which we'll get into in a bit, but like the rest of it is just the ladder bit, honestly, just getting it smooth. Obviously, practice slowly and speed up. I'll eventually get it, but it is what it is. But yeah, when it comes to looks, I'm gonna give this guy probably a nice 7. It is a really, really pretty battle song. I really, really do like it. I would say the only thing this kind of competes with would be the Gaboon. At least that's its direct price range. And now also, I guess, the Titanium Kraken. Those would be the battle songs that compete together. Because there aren't really many 400 USD circa options. Oh, excuse me. Obviously, this is actually above that, so this, I guess, would be like a competitor with the Medusa because of that Opus blade. But otherwise, no, this thing is really, really nice. Flippability, it is like pretty neutral, sort of. That's the one thing with MachineWise bar songs. Oh yeah, we'll give you tolerances. I mean, it's MachineWise tolerances, all good. Very little wiggle, even less play. This is with my Serif hardware, which I need to badly replace. I think I nearly stripped it actually putting it in here. But yeah, this thing has like an interesting balance, because it's definitely neutral, but it still carries loads of momentum, like more like a handlebar style song. Still rollovers really well. Chaplin's pretty good, although definitely with the end weight still Chaplin better. Sadly, this doesn't fit. No, it does. Sorry, it does sort of fit the Nabalis pivot, which I use as end weights in my Prisma because I lost one sex bolt from the MachineWise set, which is like really sad. But yeah, that's the one thing I would say. This thing isn't like the best at Chaplin in the setup I have it, but I think that's just how I prefer my battle songs. It's a trade-off I'm willing to take, to make Chaplin's a little trickier, because I think Chaplin in a blade bias battle song isn't too bad, like once you get used to it, And I'd say like a reverse vertical Chaplin is one of the harder Chaplins to do. I mean, obviously you can also do 0G Chaplin, but you can see aerials really consistently. I've had no problem catching all sorts of aerials in this thing. Oh, actually, let's see, what could I do like that? Come backwards into a short stop, sort of. Yeah, catching it from an aerial, really easy, really consistent. The sound, it's MachineWise, really bouncy. Depending what oil you use, it will slightly affect the sound profile. I really like the sound profile. In terms of how this feels, the closest thing I would say is maybe this guy. But it's still different. You know, this doesn't feel like a MachineWise product. This does feel a bit more in line with kind of the BRS takings. But that's in terms of like the bounce. It's a very small contact area feeling bounce. And I do really like this. I know Blade Bias has this as one of his top ballad songs. I think this was like, not the SlifT-O. I didn't think he was a big fan of the SlifT-O. He liked the SlifT more so. And I kind of understand why. It's a bit more handle biased. This is just more tip weight, which I really, really like. Yeah, this thing is just absolutely phenomenal. Especially on the stainless washers, which now MachineWise Balancing's come onto, which I've finally upgraded my Prisma onto stainless. And it's like, it brought the life back. It needs a better tune, because it's on stainless, but I also need new hardware for it, because like I can't even tighten that hardware down. It's so stripped. But yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, I beat my Prisma though. So there is that. But yeah, overall, do I recommend this ballad song? Honestly, yeah. Let's see, what have I covered? I've covered flipping. Yeah, it's neutral. Does all the tricks really well, to be honest. It doesn't do very much for you. I mean, it kind of does. I'd say in terms of like fans, with enough of the right input, it really does carry the trick for you. I wouldn't say it does it with rollovers so much. Yeah, I would say rollovers are a little bit more manual. And I'd say Chaplin's, it's kind of like 40% assisted. If the Kraken is like round hundreds, really, because the Kraken is like, it flips itself. Yeah, I'd say this is probably like a 30 or a 40%. On Chaplin's, maybe like 10 or 20 for rollovers, and then like I did like 60 for fans. But it's like a very dependent, with an asterisk, that you have to kind of engage the fan in a way that it likes. Because like, actually, never mind. I think it's just the choker fan. Okay, so with the exception of the choker fan, it's probably like a 70 or something. But it's just a bit blocky down here. The jimping here, I mean, let's see, how is the jimping? Yeah, the jimping is, I mean, it does something, but I mean, it's overall, the titanium is grippy enough. It's not necessary, but I'm not going to complain that it's there. I wish it were longer, you know, like all the other MachineWise ballad songs. I say all the other, like the Prisma, where, you know, it goes like up to there. That'll be nice. But obviously I understand from the design language why it is the height that it is. And I'm not going to tell them tell Daylight to change that. But no, overall, I think if you do have a SlifT, or you're looking at getting a SlifT, I do recommend one. Now, for those of you wondering between the SlifT and the Gaboon, personally, I'd go Gaboon, but for reasons you'll see in another video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you gained something from it. You know, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, consider becoming a channel member or a patron. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.